When you're logging into MyGlue for the first time, you're going to open up your browser and travel to app.myglue.com. Put in your email address. So if you're using Microsoft 365 for email, you will see that it changes to a Microsoft login. This is where you're going to put in your email address again. Click Next and plug in the password. Keep in mind this is your Microsoft password that gets you access to your email. If this password has been reused through any other account or is insecure, meaning it doesn't have 2 uppercase, 2 lowercase, 2 numbers, 2 symbols, and a minimum of 8 characters, you're going to want to reset this password, because this password gets access to all of the other passwords that you're going to store in your password manager. Click Sign In. If you've never set up multi-factor authentication on your account, this is how it's going to prompt you to set it up. So I'm going to switch to an iPhone here, and we're going to go through the setup process. If we click Next on the computer, you have 2 ways to set up the Microsoft Authenticator app. You can just go into your App Store on a iOS device, Apple device, or the Google Play Store and search for Microsoft Authenticator. But I'm also going to show you how to use the instruction sheet here. So just click on Download Now. And you'll see as you scroll down that there are some QR codes to get the app. So I'm going to switch over to the iPhone now to show you that process. From the iPhone, open up your camera and click on the View in App Store when you're pointing at the QR code. If you've never downloaded Microsoft Authenticator on your any of your devices, you'll see a free button. Since I've downloaded it before, you're going to see a little cloud with a download. So click Free or Download, and it's going to download and install Microsoft Authenticator. Open it up on the phone, click Accept, Continue, and on this main page here, you can click Scan a QR code. It's going to ask if you would like to access the camera. I'm going to click OK. And then we're going to switch to a different tab, the first tab, before we click Download Now, and we're going to go through the Microsoft Authenticator setup on the computer. Click Next. Click Next again. And then you see the QR code. You're going to, on the phone, click on that. Authenticator may ask you if you'd like to send notifications. Always allow, so that when you're logging in, it's going to prompt you, so you can just click yes. That'll make it so you don't have to type in the code that comes in every time. All right, from there, you're going to go back to the computer, click Next. And you'll see a pop-up on your phone. Click Approve. That's what an authentication request looks like. On the back on the computer, you're going to click Next and Done. And now your authenticator is set up. So every time that you go to log in, it's going to pop up on your phone and you can click Accept. You can also on the phone click into the entry for the authenticator and it will show you the code. In case that request isn't coming in, you can type the code in. So from here, if you're on your computer, you can say yes to reduce the number of times. If you're doing this on a computer you don't log into a lot, click No. And then MyGlue is going to ask you to set up Authenticator as well. So in order to set up the MyGlue Authenticator, it should be pretty simple. We'll go into the Authenticator app again. If you're still on that record, you just back all the way out here and click the plus in the top right hand corner. What kind of account are we using? We're going to say Other on this one. and it's going to come up with the camera for us to scan the QR code. Once you see that code pop up on the phone, you're going to type in the number and click Save. Now you can fill out all of your information on here. You can put your first and last name. Don't change your email address. If you want to swap your time zone in here, you can set that up as well. We're on -5. And then click Save. You can also, if you want to update your image here, you can do that. Now, once you're on this home page, you're going to see a list of organizations. You only have one in here, but MyGlue's set up so that if you did have multiple organizations, you could gain access to those passwords. So my suggestion is to click on the organization name, and that will bring you in here. There's other things that you can store inside of MyGlue, like documents, domains. If you're the main IT contact, there may be some other things, like we'll have a list of all of your computers in here. But for non-IT contacts in the business, really we're just going to spend our time inside of passwords. So click into passwords. And once we're here, I would suggest us bookmarking this, because you're really not going to want to make all those clicks to get into your passwords. Just go straight here. So just click the bookmark up top. If you want to rename this so it's not taking up so much room on your bookmarks bar, just rename it, hit done. And if you're like me where the bookmarks bar isn't showing here at this time, just click on the 3 dots top right hand corner, bookmarks, show bookmarks bar. If you're in a different browser like Edge, they call it favorites, but it's the same exact process. So now every time you want to come to the MyGlue app, you can click on MyGlue up here.